And then also you're one of the top free agents in this year. So I mean, do you have any ideas of what you might prioritize, or do you plan to stay in Dallas next season?
Yeah, I mean, I've already communicated with Dallas how grateful I am because they've made this a home for me for the past years, and I'm working with them together and finding a next home for me because I've already played my last game in Dallas.
Breaking news when Satou Sabally finally speaks out and says she played her final game for Dallas. WNBA free agency is beginning to heat up. The WNBA star is currently considering her next move, which will undoubtedly alter the women's basketball scene. Two teams are vying for the championship, but one has a secret weapon that could make all the difference.
And I'm just excited. I'm excited for free agency. I'm able to talk to a lot of players outside the league because I have not played on a different team yet. And I'm excited to get to know them more on a personable level, but also knowing how they approach the game. And I just love having basketball conversations and high-level IQ conversations about the game to know where I will fit best in the future.
We have unique information on how the Indiana Fever could acquire Sabally and why it makes more sense than you might think. Will Caitlin Clark and the team make the largest offseason acquisition, or will it be the reigning champion, New York Liberty? Are you prepared to go deeply into the move that might usher in the next dynasty in the WNBA?
Yeah, to just following up there, I guess, because you said it, Satou, what was Dallas's reaction when you communicated that to them?
Obviously, at first they were still trying, but I think what is most effective is working with the player and listening to their wishes and hearing out how we can find the best solution for each other.
Pictured above is Dallas Wings standout forward Satou Sabally, who just dropped a bombshell that has the entire WNBA reeling. Are you prepared for this? Sabally said she had played her final game for Dallas. But why is she doing this now?
So there was always great communication, more so on the agent front now because I need to focus on Unrivaled, and I will. So I'm trusting the people that I have on my staff and the front office with office to solve that further. So I have good communication with them.
The Wings were creating something special with Sabally R.E.K. and the first overall pick of the 2025 WNBA draft, who was likely Paige Beckers or possibly Olivia Miles. Now that it's all falling apart, let's take a look at Sabally's 5 seasons in Dallas. She has been a force to be reckoned with, averaging an incredible 15.7 points, 7 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game. But injuries have been a pain in her side. She only played more than 20 games in one season due to a shoulder injury, but she returned with a vengeance, putting up career-high numbers, averaging 17.9 points and shooting a scorching 45.2% from beyond the arc. Talk about making a statement.
Year she is having
one of the most versatile players in the league. She has such soft touch on her jump shot.
However, SA didn't just announce her departure. She also stated that she is working with Dallas to find a new residence, and Dallas is probably going to give her the Wings in exchange. Let's look more closely. There are rumors of friction between Sabally and the Wings organization, since she has been playing on one-year contracts rather than long-term ones. Her most recent contract was a cool $195,000 for one season, which is a lot of money, but it might not be enough for a player of Sabally's skill.
So Satou Sabally has officially said that she is gone. She is not coming back to the Dallas Wings, which I thought was interesting because I did think that with Satou, with her, Paige Becker's likely going to go to the Wings. With Satou, with Enrique Gambawale, they could have been a really good.
As the story becomes more complex, the Wings are going through a significant upheaval. They have a new general manager and coach, and they may lose more important players to free agency. Dallas is experiencing a perfect storm of change. Sabally's departure isn't just about her, it's a game changer for the entire league, and teams are rushing to find a way to sign this star player. 2 teams are emerging as frontrunners, so let's start by discussing the team with which Sabally has many personal ties before discussing the team that is most likely to sign her.
There must be something going on with the Dallas Wings. So, obviously Satou said that with Unrivaled. As you guys can see here, WNBA free agent Satou Sabally declares time with the Wings is done. Look, the Wings aren't going to give her up for nothing. She'll be courted and traded. Same thing that happened with Skylar Diggins when she played for Wings. They courted her, they traded her, and see here, January 7 article by Annie Consborough. There's understanding around the league that Satou will be on the move after the Wings make a record by this weekend when GM can be sending qualifier offers from Fortag.
Family ties, a champion pedigree, and college connections the New York Liberty and Satou Sabally appear to be a match made in heaven, but sometimes dreams come with a high cost. The Liberty is set to take on their most formidable foe to yet, the salary cap. Let's illustrate what the Liberty have to offer. They are not only talented, but they are also the current WNBA champions. Can you visualize playing on the court with Jonquil Jones? The combination of Sabrina Ionescu and Brianna Stewart keeps opponents up at night. And for Sabally, it's more than just star power, it's personal.
Do you want to play with your sister?
Yeah, of course. In the future, I would love to.
It would be a family reunion on the court, with Sawa suiting up next to her sister Nara Sabally, who is currently dressed in Liberty colors. Not to mention Sabrina Ionescu Sat, their college teammate from their time in Oregon. The chemistry is already there and just needs to be reignited.
And the best trade package is the Liberty. I still think that would be our preference because New York is still New York. Yes, it's not the Indiana Fever, but it's still New York. She's playing with Sabrina. She gets to play with her sister. She plays with Fibic, who she plays for with the German national team. And it's as good as guaranteed a championship. It would break the league, to be completely honest.
However, this is where things become complex. The Liberty's lineup is incredibly costly, sleek, and powerful, resembling a premium sports vehicle. 3 top players take up a significant portion of their pay cap. It's practically impossible to add SA to a roster that includes max contract players Jones, Ionescu, and Stewart.
Now, the New York situation might not come to fruition because of the salary cap and them actually having the money to get her.
What is the strategy? And is there any chance of any creative contract magic? Perhaps SA accepts a lower salary in exchange for a chance at a ring? Or Stewart, a free agent who has stated she is returning, takes a pay cut. If they figure out the money, there's still a catch. As much as the Liberty might want Sabe and as much as she might want them, sometimes the numbers just don't add up. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. You can try, but something has to give. If Sully joins, she might find herself fighting for minutes and opportunities to touch the ball. This is a far cry from her star role in Dallas.
I see a lot of players wanting to go, and in this offseason, a lot of players are going to want to go to the field.
Forget about New York for a while. The whole WNBA is about to be rocked by a storm that is developing in Indiana. The Fever have a little over $650,000 in cap space to spend this offseason. But what is their overall strategy, and who is on their shopping list?
This time it's very obvious. They need depth, they need defense, and they're trying to win right now. They cannot really bridge things any longer.
Let's discuss the front office shakeup at Fever, which has brought in some significant firepower. This isn't just any coach, we're talking about a championship-caliber leader who understands how to assemble a winning team. But Stephanie White, the Indiana legend and former Fever player coach and WNBA Coach of the Year, is now in charge. This tree isn't here to play games. They're here to win championships. Kelly Krakoff has returned as team president, while Amber Cox has been hired as general manager.
The future is so bright, and our ultimate goal is to hang another banner in the field house. And our ultimate goal is to come back in here after we win that championship and celebrate again like we did in 2012.
Imagine this today. Together with Kelsey Mitchell scoring, veteran savvy, and Lexi Hulse shooting, Caitlin Clark, the scoring and passing machine, and Diaba Boston, the inside powerhouse, form a core that has the potential to produce some major noise. But the Fever isn't content and is eager for more. This is where things get interesting. The Fever has 4 main priorities. Are you prepared for this? First up, they're putting their all into resigning. The next 3 priorities have everyone talking, but Kelsey Mitchell is unsurprisingly a cornerstone of this franchise. Priority number 2 is strengthening the forward position. They're not just looking for any forward. They want length, they want defense, and they want someone who can score when necessary and sounds like anyone we know.
Building quality depth is going to be important. When you have a core 3 like we have, surrounding them with players who are going to, fill the roles, certainly, first and foremost, who are going to embrace the roles, secondly, and who give us the best opportunities for success by complementing what they do really, really well.
Finally, they're looking for a backup guard who can keep the offense running when Clark or Mitchell need a break. Third on the list are versatile wings who can score and defend the Fever. They want to surround Clark and Mitchell with firepower because they are creating an offensive juggernaut that can also lock down on defense. People, this is about depth. Championship-level depth.
Williams slips the pass. Gets that leg out of our basket.
Dallas needed a little bit of juice, a little bit of energy right there. Thank you for that, Satou.
The Fever's off-season priorities read like a SA job description, and with that cap space, they have the money to make it happen. The Fever aren't just throwing money around. They're creating something unique that could last. Now, let's connect the dots. A versatile forward who can score, defend, and provide length. A player who could perfectly complement their Fab Four. Sab collaborating with Clark. Hull and Boston Mitchell are more than just a squad. They have the potential to become a dynasty.
We are at a point where we have an attractive group, we have a great organization, we can attract a few free agents to come here and bolster and keep us on the path that we're on.
And here's the thing. The management of the Fever isn't holding back when it comes to their goals. They've stated that they're pursuing free agency aggressively and aren't only interested in making the playoffs. They're aiming for the championship and will stop at nothing to achieve it. But how will this actually happen? A few years ago, Indiana wasn't exactly the first place that springs to mind when you think of WNBA free agent destinations. But now the Fever have everything that Satou Sabally could possibly want. They have enough cash on hand to offer both Kelsey Mitchell and Solly a max contract that is higher than what New York can offer, and still have some money left over to sign important veterans. They need a versatile forward who can defend multiple positions and score from anywhere on the court, which gives Sabally a significant role on the team, and they have something that no other team in the league can match. Caitlin Clark.
Are you in a position where you can add some pieces?
Yes, we are. We're definitely in a position, and I would think that if you are a smart basketball player and you watch the way she plays, you would want to play with her.
Indiana is giving Solly more than just a paycheck. They're giving her the opportunity to play with a once-in-a-generation talent, start on a team that is growing, be the missing component that makes a good team into a great one, and be a part of something special.
With Indiana, you get the 8th pick for Satou, and you probably get the 8th Nalissa Smith, and either a 2026 first or Grace Berg.
Imagine Clark's incredible passing ability combined with this Sab's adaptability. It's not just a wonderful fit, it's a match made in basketball heaven. Over the past 2 seasons, SA has been shooting lights out from beyond the arc 40.6% from three-point range. Now picture those shots coming off of flawless passes from Clark. This isn't just an offense that makes opposing defenses shiver, but don't just take me at it. Satou has been giving people hints about joining the craze by their postings.
Caitlin is an amazing generational talent, and she's going to do amazing things.
She has praised Caitlin Clark and the Indiana group, saying that for SA, having a place where she fits on and off the court is more important than just basketball.
Caitlin is the face right now, and that's also good. She's selling out gyms. Why would you hate against that? We had a sold-out home opener. I think it was a practice game, it wasn't even serious. We benefited from that because now we have all our fans there, and they're excited, and you have new people coming into a market. She is her own economy, and that is amazing.
And let's take a moment to discuss that fit. The Fever are giving Solly more than just a team. They're giving her a place in a lineup that might be historic. SA's ability to score and adapt. The playmaking of Clark Aaliyah Boston is controlling the paint. Kelsey Mitchell's accurate shots the bunch that might rule the league for years to come because Lexi Hull's effort is more than just a starting 5.
This is a place where players can come and get better and be surrounded by an organization that supports you. They're going to have everything they need to be successful.
However, this is where things start to get interesting. The experts agree, and the statistics support it, that adding Solly to this combination not only improves the Fever, but also changes the player we're talking about moving from a playoff hopeful to a real championship contender. The bottom fact is that this hot squad needs SA's ability to score, defend, and stretch the floor in order to advance. The Indiana Fever are not only a good choice for Satou Sabally, they may be the best choice for her career, her game, and her legacy. It's an opportunity to be the last piece of a puzzle that could change the WNBA landscape, an opportunity to make Indiana into immediate champions, and an opportunity to create something genuinely unique.
That's what I love doing. That's what I did all those years, was, you know, finding ways to add another player to our roster that's going to impact us and help us get better. So.
Image of the Sabally in Indiana. That's a huge change that might usher in the next great dynasty in women's basketball, not just a roster transfer. But this is where things become really intriguing. The entire basketball world is waiting impatiently for Sabally's decision, which could be the catalyst that triggers a domino effect throughout the league. Are you prepared for this? Her signing with the Fever would not only make them contenders, but it could also completely change how teams handle free agency and roster construction for years to come. This isn't just about one player's future, it's about the WNBA's future as a whole, and I can assure you that it has never looked more exciting. Are you excited? If so, please share your thoughts in the comments section, subscribe, and enable all alerts so you don't miss anything. We'll see you in the next one. Click the video on the screen.